Hey guys, you're watching Boondocking with Dennis. Leaving Rockport, Texas today. Going to go for a Sunday drive. It's Sunday. Happy Sunday, everyone. Sunday drive videos are a little longer. If you don't have time to watch them, I completely get it. If you have the time, get some coffee, get some tea, and enjoy the ride. Let me know if I missed anything. Be polite. Yeah, guys, I think we're going to head up to Seguin today. Town's got a good history. I only quickly drove through it once. It's kind of between San Antonio and Austin, just south of I-10. And I'm looking forward to get up there again, and we'll stop along the way. Anything interesting that we see. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, and Stephen. Roll my intro. It's a very nice day, guys. It is just a bit breezy. They really need to shut those big fans off. They're causing all this wind. Yeah, not too bad. We're going to head up to Sinton, cut through the outskirts of Sinton, go through Skidmore. What else is up there? Beeville, Kennedy, and just kind of take a little bit of a back road to Seguin. Rather than hop on I-37. That's no fun at all. If I was in a hurry, that might be the way to go, but I don't know, this still might be the fastest route. But I stopped being in a hurry a long time ago, guys. I live full-time in my truck, sleep in my truck. There you go. Texas Longhorns. It's kind of a exotic ranch here. They have camels and other things, but today I only see the Longhorns down by the fence line. And I'm still fascinated. I lived in Texas, I don't know how long, 14, 15 years now, and I still love seeing Longhorns. There's your monster truck right there. Piece of farm equipment. He's not going to get stuck in the sand at Poor Day, is he? I think that's worth becoming a farmer, just to be able to drive one of those. Yeah. This overpass up here. This section of the highway is kind of new. The overpass is kind of new. And I've driven by it 20 times since they built it. And because of my knees and traffic, I've always had an excuse not to film the designs on the side. Well, I watched my buddy Bud's channel a couple weeks ago. Bud's Backyard. Check it out. He got out and filmed these designs. And I was mad. But I was mad at me for not getting it done earlier. So we're filming these designs today, guys. But yeah, check out Bud's channel. I'll put a link in the description. But this is on the side of the overpass, just outside of Sinton. What is it, 188 and 181 maybe? And yeah, there's another one down in Gregory. It's got train designs. It's pretty interesting. So we got Longhorns. We got fake cows on the side of the highway. There's some real ones, friends of mine. Hey, Brisket. Hey, Veal. Hey, Burger. What's up, Ribby? But yeah, I like to stop and say hi. Yeah, let's go out for dinner sometime soon, guys. They didn't seem too happy about that. Get a cheeseburger and a glass of milk, and we'll have them pulling double duty. Yeah, they're nice, rich farmland here, considering the lack of rain. It's a interesting day. Yeah, we're going to head up to Seguin, guys. Like I said, I've been living in my truck for over 2 years now. Travel around, mostly by Rockport, but take day trips. I really enjoy Texas. Want to make sure I see everything while I'm here. Kind of keeping my eye out for any historical markers that we haven't checked out yet. And I like to read those. Some of them are better than others. And you guys wonder why I have trouble reading these state historical markers. So this one's worn, and I kind of like that. Papalote Creek. If I'm saying that right, guys, if I'm not, I apologize. Papalote Creek. A few yards south passes Papalote Creek, crossed by the fierce Karankawa Indians. Man, they are everywhere we go. Who found kite-shaped pebbles and named it Papalope, which means kite-shaped or wing-shaped, along its banks. Came the leaders of the Power and Hewitson colonists holding Mexican land grants in the 1830s on its Rata, R-A-T-A, Rata tributary. There is evidence the Mexican army camped on its way to suppress the Texas Revolution. Oh, wow. By 1857, the town of Papalope had emerged. It was the center of entertainment for the county, boasting of a circular dance hall built by cowboys trading steer yearlings at $3 a head for lumber. There were rooster fights ring. Okay, there were rooster fights ring tournaments and horse races in 1886. When the railroad came, the town was booming. There is no punctuation on these signs, guys. I'm struggling with this one. After the turn of the century, however, Papalope began to die away. A land company sold lots to settlers from as far away as Hawaii, expecting to grow citrus fruits. They were disillusioned when the first killing frost doomed the project. Threats of Pancho Villa's raids continued as late as 1916, when women and children hid in a brick schoolhouse. In 1948, Main Street was bypassed by U.S. Highway 181, which is what we're on now. Today, there is no post office, only a rural route for the few remaining households. And it looks like this marker was put up in 1965, if I'm reading it correctly. And that's really cool. I love the fact that just in this one spot, you got colonists, Mexican army, the Karankawa, Pancho Villa. You know, it's got a really cool history. And once again, we're out in the middle of nowhere now. So that's why I stop and read these markers. I really like, I don't know. I want to call it useless information because it's not going to affect my day, but it's interesting to me. Any Doogie Howser. If you guys can feel the air buzzing, it's because we're in B County. I talked to a couple of the local volunteer firemen back there. Very nice people. They have an event coming up. And I saw this. This is for my buddy CT. He eats a lot on the road. He's a trucker. And he's always dipping stuff in ranch dressing. CT, I think this container might be big enough for you, buddy. Well, guys, just outside of Skidmore, Texas, there's an interesting cemetery. I've been here before, and we've, I guess we filmed here, I don't know, 3 or 4 months ago. I kind of lose track. But wildflowers are coming up. A lot of military service remembered at this cemetery. It's on a little bit of a hill. They got the flag going, but what makes this one unique to me is, wait for it. Can you tell what it is? Do you remember being here before? This cemetery has a windmill and a little mini water tower. And I guess it's because it's up on the hill there. I just thought that was interesting. There's a pretty good wind going, so I don't know if that still is in service, but it would seem like that would pump water to the well. And there it goes. Let's get back on the road, guys. Still heading to Seguin. We're about an hour and a half away. Traffic picked up, so there's cars in front of me and cars behind me. So if we see something cool and it's safe to pull over, we'll get some footage. Going through a little towns that have come and gone. You can tell that building was the bomb back in its day, and now it just looks like a bomb hit it. Passed a lot of really cool barns and buildings, but there's just no place to pull over and be safe. No convenience store parking lots. And I have to try to remember all the historical markers are on the left here, and traffic's pretty busy. So I plan on coming back this way. We'll see, but maybe we'll find some cool historical markers. Kennedy, Texas. Small town, but it's at the intersection of two highways. It's where the great open-minded people of the world come from. That's our friend Rusty78609. He's from this area. Grew up here. He's done a couple videos from here. You can check out Rusty's channel. He full-time RVs, travels just about everywhere. Texas, New Mexico lately. 75 years old and keeps himself busy and has about 50,000 YouTube subscribers. Now remember, only 3,200 people live in Kennedy, but he's got 50,000 subscribers. That's pretty impressive. Yeah, this is the main drag. It's got every chain store you could think of, which is kind of a shame, but I bet you it provides a lot of jobs to the area. Speaking of that, if there's only 3,200 people in this town, do all of them work in these retail stores? Or most of them? They need, they need bodies to run these businesses. So I guess that could be a good thing and a bad thing. But let's head up to Seguin. Don't text and drive. You heard me. You get it? You get it? You heard me because it's a cattle? No? On to the next town, guys. Heads up, Seguin. We're coming for you, my friend. Nothing says classy like a used car lot with a crashed plane in front of it. Yeah, pretty cool. Just outside of Kennedy. That's something to see, huh? I guess Gilligan didn't get off the island after all. Got a cracked windshield. Yeah, it's still overcast, guys. The sun will come out for a little bit. I've even gotten a few sprinkles, but we're getting there. We're about 28 miles out of Seguin. And I could see a church steeple way down the highway. So I wanted to come over here and check this out. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce the name of this town. Some of these, and I think it's a German name, but I could be wrong. If I'm talking about it on a video, I'm usually wrong anyway. This looks brand new, huh? Very cool. But everything about it says brand new, and I'm probably wrong about that too. Very well maintained grounds. Super high steeple. Very nice. Very nice. What's this little thing on the left here? Something's going on there. Looks good against the sky. It has a historic marker. It has two historic markers here. But it didn't mention Karankawas or Ponce Villa, so I was not impressed. There you go. I'll go slow. And if you guys want to read it, you can. But, yeah, it looks like one of those poured concrete foreign buildings, you know. It is pretty, though. Let's get up the road. There's the wildflowers, guys, starting to come in. I haven't seen I would like to see like a big field of bluebonnets. Nativity of the Blessed Virgin Mary. Yeah, guys, we're getting close. The next stop will be Seguin. And I'm going to pull over up here when I get a chance and look up things to do in Seguin. I know I want to just drive around the historic district, and I've heard about a good park. There's some more wildflowers. Yeah, they're pretty. As long as I don't get clipped looking at flowers. Well, in my tireless effort to bring you the best that Texas has to offer, Pepe Pecan House, guys. World's largest pecan. Right there. Right there. Boom. Don't even watch the rest of the video. Or is it a pecan? I'm going to say pecan. I'm going to say pecan. Don't step on my freedom. I want to say pecan. You say pecan if you want. It's up to you. It's Texas. It's America. Enjoy yourself. Don't go in there. It's nothing but pictures of my ex-girlfriends. Max Stark Park. Look at that, guys. Absolutely beautiful. I apologize if I'm butchering that name. Wasn't there also a Max Stark dam up in Marble Falls? Check out the roots of those trees, that aqua neon color. Very cool. Guadalupe, guys. We have crossed the Guadalupe River so many times. It goes all the way down to the coast. We crossed it going from Rockport to Port Lavaca. Hours and hours and hours away. Really cool. Seems like on the other side of the river here, it's all high-end houses. And one of them may have even been a restaurant. I'm just not familiar with the area. Not familiar with the area. Maybe a local will leave a comment. And if he's nice about it, I'll even post the comment. It's relaxing. Unfortunately, it's not unfortunate that there's a lot of young people here having picnics and stuff, but everyone's got their bass music going, so I had to drop the sound. And then I think I found a little bit of quiet in the park where I could overdub some local birds. We'll find out. I'd much rather just use the natural sounds. And this is a 2-lane road. I even asked a police officer. Parts of this road, I feel like I'm driving the wrong way on a one-way street, you know? Most of this park seems to be golf course, but this little area right along the water is very nice. I think we're going to head over to the historic district after this. It is around 2 in the afternoon, so I have about another hour to look around here, and then I got to start heading back if I'm going to go back to Rockport tonight, because I'll film stuff on the way back for us. And yeah, I don't like to drive in unfamiliar places once it's dark. If I'm familiar with it, it's okay, but I'm old. Get off my lawn. This is really nice. I'm just looking on, typing in, searching the internet, things to do in Seguin. Yeah. Love that color. Almost looks like it was dyed, you know, or it's run through a filter, but I only had black dye and I already used it on my pants a couple videos ago. How you guys doing today? If it's cold where you're at, I'm glad you came along for the ride. It's 77 degrees here right now. And even though we got a little bit rained on, just a little drops on the windshield, we've been fortunate, and we're getting to see some new things. I'm pretty excited about that. If I sound mellow, it's because I'm happy and I'm tired. Still not sleeping well at night, but cooler weather is going to come back. So if you go under the main road, there's another side to the park. Some ball fields, lots of walking, paved walking trails, very nicely maintained. Yeah, lots of picnic tables. I guess this is more the family spot, you know. Very nice day. The birds are singing. People are fishing. People are kayaking. Can definitely see the benefits of this park. It's yeah, it's nice, and everyone's having a good time. Little kids playing, parents. It's nice to see. Very nice to see. I think now we're going to head over into the city part. Try to find the historic area, see the sights. Then we're going to work our way back. How's your Sunday going, guys? Did you have to pause this to go get some more coffee or some more tea? Sunday drives are longer, but we're in Seguin, seeing the sights. I'm going to pull over, get some directions, and we'll be in the downtown historic area, hopefully. Juan Seguin, October 27th, 1806. August 27th, 1890. Texas patriot statesman for whom the city of Seguin was named. He was from the Canary Islands. His family helped settle Texas. Young Juan assembled Mexican-Texan troops and fought in the 1835 siege of Leer, provided horses and aid for troops of Travis, further aiding as courier during the siege of the Alamo, defended fleeing settlers in the runaway after the fall of the Alamo, directed burial of the remains of all combatants of the Alamo, commanded Company A regiment during the San Jacinto victory, commanded pursuit of Mexican army remnants following San Jacinto battle. Walnut Springs citizens voted to rename this community Seguin in his honor. 1838, served as mayor of San Antonio. 1841, 1848, three-term senator, Republic of Texas. Supported bilingual publishing of textbooks. Helped select site for state capital. Died 1890. Nuevo Laredo, we were there a few weeks ago. His remains were returned here in 1974, where he was reinterred with special honors by the city of Seguin. Well, we are at the historic section of Seguin, and I'm liking the looks of these buildings, guys. It's that 1830s to 1860s Texas architecture that I like, and most of them look in really good shape. They have businesses in them. Look at that. Yeah, I like it. Very cool. You know, I was a little disappointed with Seguin's burial site. It just seems like there should be more to it. Some type of monument or statue, not just his grave, but that's just my opinion. And it's kind of in a spot where no one's going to see it, you know? But Seguin was just such a badass and a big part of Texas's independence. Yeah, it's a shame. I do love these storefronts, the period. We're just going to cruise up and down the historic section here. Very well maintained. Haven't we come across 3 or 4 Texas town squares that has a big Wells Fargo in it? Look at that old hotel. That's really cool. There's a park here with a statue. And I didn't do any research, so I'm kind of hoping it's Seguin. There you go. Got a water fountain. The wind's really blowing. That water's taking a beating. Town square. And it's Seguin. Awesome. That's awesome. Good, because he deserves it. They renamed the town after him. Yeah, he was a big part of Texas independence, the battles, the planning, the strategy, the follow-up, he was awesome. I remember reading about him years and years ago. He actually, it said on his gravestone there that he was a courier, but he did leave the Alamo, snuck out in the middle of the night with a note from Travis to give to Sam Houston for Houston to come help. And they actually wouldn't let Seguin return to the Alamo. It was they saw it as we don't have enough men. We're all going to get slaughtered, and we need to organize, get more men. Which, I mean, it did pay off at San Jacinto, but no one wants to hear their friend is going to be left behind to die. So it was rough on him. I think I read 4 books on him, kind of all within a month, because I'd never heard of him growing up, and like I've said several times already, he's just a huge part. They do a fabulous job here in Seguin with the park system. I love cities where they work in walkways and things like that, and this again is right on the river. It's so cool. It's really beautiful. Different parts had different names. They called this the Rose Garden. I don't see any roses, but it is very well maintained, pretty, and it's right off the town square. Let me just drive these streets and see what I can see. Yeah, they got some homes worked in here. The Texas town squares really fascinate me. We've come across some really nice ones. We've come across some, look at that. Look at that little gem. Just off a little back country road here. We're about 2 blocks from the Seguin town square. That's the library. Look at that, man. For a town of 25,000 people to have a library like that, that's amazing. The colors. I mean, it's March, and look at those colors. Didn't see any blue bonnets today, which I guess could be disappointing, but we did see the start of some wildflowers coming out. Check out some of these homes as well. Must have had some oil money in here at some point. Old churches. I really like the architecture of some of these churches. Big steeple. Some more private homes. Just checking out the detail. It's a 3rd floor balcony, 2nd floor balcony. The palace. Yeah, very well maintained. I like it. It's funny, right in front of the little city hall here, or they have the it says world's largest pecan, but it's about 1/10 of the size of the one that we saw out on the highway there. Guess there's some type of contest who has the biggest pecan, but it's not downtown. What was that place called? Pepe's? Papa's? I don't know. That was like an hour ago, folks. I can't retain any information. Wow. A lot of coffee shops in this area, too, which is cool. I could probably use about 6 or 7 cups of coffee right now. I've been editing all these as I go, because once I get back to Rockport, I don't want to have 5 hours after driving literally all day, 5 hours of editing to do to get a video up tomorrow morning. So I kind of edit each segment as soon as I do it. But so much bass music, you know. So guys, we're leaving Seguin. Pretty awesome little town, right? And working our way back to Rockport. If we see some interesting things, we'll stop. Still cloudy. The sun really never came out today, and Got a few drops of rain on the windshield. Back in Rockport, guys. Longhorns are down by the fence. Kind of like that. Some kids. I got some baby longhorns. Or as we like to call them, calves. Hey, buddy. See the walk-on in, his head going side to side? He had somewhere to be. Here's a little guy. Very cool. Very cool. I wonder if they have any of the exotic animals out. They have a huge property here, and they I think they rotate them, or haven't seen the camels in here in a few weeks. A lot of those longhorns are like really gentle too, but I wouldn't want to spook one. Yeah, I saw a clip at like a college football game. Whoever had the mascot of a bulldog, it got too close to the longhorn mascot, and the longhorn did not like that. Scared the crap out of that poor dog. Ostrich. I don't know. Anyone know what they are? They look like some type of emu, but I'm not 100% sure. Well, guys, heading back to my old Walmart parking lot. I'll get this all edited, get it up. I appreciate you riding along today. Thanks for watching.